and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to make some elderberry syrup. So if you like the idea of this and you want to see more videos, please hit the subscribe button down below. We're going to do a really great competition when we hit 500 subscribers, so make sure you hit the button. So as I say, today we are going to make some elderberry syrup. So elderberry syrup is something my family loves to take during the winter. It's got immune boosting properties, it's full of vitamin C, it's full of antioxidants like flavonoids, and it's been shown in trials to have like an antiviral effect. So it's a fantastic thing to take like all winter round. We'll be taking it every morning on our porridge or just a spoonful of it. And if myself or my husband or the kids come down with a cold or a flu, we'll be like doubling and tripling up our doses of it. It's really easy to make and it's really easy to find elderberries. So what I'm going to do now is cut this to a short little clip of how to identify and how to harvest elderberries. So here we go. So here is where I found some elderberries growing. So just to let you see what they look like. So you can see like what the leaves look like. You can see that, and then they grow in these lovely little clusters, like little kind of umbrella shapes like this, and you're looking for the lovely ripe elderberry like that. And then it's also, you can kind of identify the bark on the branches in the tree. It's really kind of rugged and knobbledy like that. That's another good way of figuring out that it's an elderberry tree. So the first thing we do is we start with 1 part elderberries. So you can see here that I have removed all the berries from the stalks, and I've been really careful to remove as much stalk as possible to really get rid of all the stems, because they have a really strong laxative effect on the body, and you really don't want them in there. So that's the berries, okay? And what I'm going to do is I have a nice big pot here, and I am going to add the berries, 1 part berries in. So I've added 1 part of elderberries to my pot, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 2 parts of water, just plain water. And it goes, and we are just left with elderberries and water, if you could see that. I'm putting it on a heat, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this to the boil. So I'm going to bring it up to the boil, and once it's at the boil, I'm going to turn it down and I'm going to let it simmer for about 30 minutes. And I'm kind of going to go back and forth and give it a stir and try and mash up the berries a little bit. So I'll see you in 30 minutes. So I've left the berries simmering for about 30 minutes in the water, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to strain them. So I'm just using a sieve, and I'll put it out here in front so you can see. And I've put some muslin cloth into the sieve, and then I'm just going to pour the berries through. Okay, and I'll put that back there. So, if you can see what the berries look like there, I'm just going to give them a good mush as well and get as much as I can out of them. It smells really strong. Okay, there we go. You can see I'm still getting some really lovely elderberry water from it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this liquid cool for another 20 or 30 minutes. And I'm going to add some honey. And I don't want to add in the honey when it's really hot. I'm adding in honey. We mostly eat vegan at home, but we call ourselves honey vegan, as my seven-year-old says, because we do eat honey. But if you don't eat honey, you could use some like agave syrup here. Okay, so now my elderberry and water has cooled down enough. I'm going to add in some honey. And so you literally just stir the honey, or not stir, pour the honey right in like this. And I'll put the recipe down below as well. there we go, a really easy recipe for elderberry syrup. So what I like to do with this is I'll let it cool down and I'll put lids on them and I'll store them in the fridge at home. They last quite a while in the fridge if you're careful with them and keep them cold. Another thing I like to do is to pour them into ice cube trays and freeze them, and then I can take them out and defrost them in the fridge as we need them. And what I do is I give us, the whole family, about a tablespoon every morning of syrup, and we either take it off the spoon, it's really lovely and sweet, or we pour it on our porridge or something like that. And if anyone comes down with a cold or flu, we'll up it to about 2 tablespoons, like 2, 3, 4 times a day, as needed. And the kids really love taking this. It's really lovely and sweet, has a really nice flavour. So that's elderberry syrup. Oh yeah, one word of warning. Do not eat the elderberries raw and do not attempt to juice them to make elderberry syrup from. They really need to be boiled. There's some kind of toxic substances in them that needs to be boiled off. Perfectly safe like this. And that's it. So if you like what you see, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button down below. We'll bring a video to you every single week on how to make your own cosmetics, toiletries, shampoo, laundry liquid, all that kind of thing. And when we reach 500 subscribers, we're going to run another really great competition, and I'm going to give away loads of great stuff that we make ourselves here at Be a Beauty. So thanks very much for watching, and see you next week.